Hello people, hello. It is the first video of 2016. It is nice to be back again. Another year of videos. Or at least we'll try to make it another year of videos. God knows what the future is going to hold. But great to be back again. So 2016, here we are. It's Monday night as I'm filming this video here, and it was the first work day of the year. After a 3-day weekend, I had to face work this morning, so that's why I appear to be half alive in this picture, because that's how I feel. But not having much energy right now, I was still in the mood to make a video. So these are the first little pile of records I have accumulated for the new year. So we're going to go into this like a madman. So here we go. The first record I'm going to show you, I am very, very excited about. It made, like I said, it's the first work day of the year. I came home tired. It was nice to see this waiting for me on the porch. It is a very rare item from OMD, and the music's loud as fuck as always. From OMD, and this is just a rare picture disc. This is OMD Live, Dazzle Ships Live at the Museum of Liverpool from OMD. Very limited edition picture disc. I think they've only made somewhere between 2,000 or 3,000 of these worldwide, and it had to be special ordered off of their site. And there's the back, picture of a pressure gauge from an English dazzle ship. Here's the design on the front. OMD, when it comes to these exclusive stuffs, they love to go crazy with the artwork. As you can see, this disc has no label. So when I first got this and tried to spin it, it was a bitch to figure out which was side 1 and which was side 2. I still am not really sure. I'm saying this is side 1, this is side 2, but it doesn't matter. This is a live recording that the band did last year. They did some songs off their album Dazzle Ships at this concert at the Museum of Liverpool. I got the rare DVD and CD set of this concert. I had to order this off the band's website. These are both really rare items. They weren't released in America, so that both this and the picture disc had to be a special order. And my God, well, hey, there's the old days of OMD performing with the reel-to-reel machine. Anyway, let me see if I can find a good centerpiece picture. There's really no centerpiece picture. So let me see if I can find a good band photo here for you. Sorry I'm taking so long. But, just to give you an idea. Very cool item. A very good concert, too. So, I mean, it has some songs from... Doesn't have the whole album, but most of it, Genetic Engineering, Radio Waves, Romance of the Telescope, amongst songs on here and here. So here is a collection of Dazzle Ships and some great songs from their past on the concert film DVD. And all we hear is just the songs they performed from the album Dazzle Ships, all on one picture disc, limited edition picture disc. And this plays at 45 speed. Picture discs are not known to sound very good, but this one does. It sounds spectacular. And it captured a very good concert, actually. A very small, intimate concert. And so I'm being a big OMD fan, I'm very happy to have this in my collection because of how rare it is. And I doubt I'll ever see this in a record shop here in America, or UK for that matter. So I feel like I got a really rare piece of vinyl from a band I really love a lot. Dazzle Ships is not really their best album because it's real experimental and weird. So there's really no hit singles off of it. But for OMD fans, people who like OMD and know how experimental and weird they can get, it's a good album. So very happy to have that. Okay, these are two records I got on New Year's Day, January 1st. The local store here, it's called Rasputin. They were open that day, and mostly everything around here was closed except that, so I had some time to kill, so I thought I'd just browse, end up walking out with 2 brand new items. So I'll show you what those are. From Stevie Ray Vaughan, this is called The Legend in the Making, Stevie Ray Vaughan and Double Trouble. And this is a 2-record set, live radio broadcast. So a whole concert that was originally broadcast on radio is now on 2 albums. And it is live at the El Macambo in Toronto, July 20th, 1983. So this was a radio concert they put on 2 albums. Great concert. I had this concert for years on DVD, so that's why I was like a little hesitant to get it at first. Figure if I want to listen to it, I'll just listen to it on the DVD. But it'd be great to have this in the vinyl collection. This was actually a record store day purchase. There we go. The first album is on gray vinyl, and it's an amazing show. I mean, it's one of my favorite Stevie Ray Vaughan live performances. Record 2 is on white vinyl on the Epic label. Cool shit. And this album is so good. And I knew it would be good because, like I said, I have it on DVD, and that has the whole concert as well. So I already knew how good the concert was because I've already seen it and heard it. But it's nice to have this in my vinyl collection. Songs that I love on here, well, the whole thing I love. There's no one song, but great version of Testify, Voodoo Child, Mary Had a Little Lamb. Great live performance of Texas Flood. What else we got here? Little Wing, Third Stone from the Sun, a little tribute to Jimi Hendrix there, and the awesome instrumental Lenny. Great freaking album. Like I said, it was a record store day release on Black Friday, but I just got it on New Year's Day. But so happy to put this in my collection. I love Stevie Vaughan, and really glad I picked that up. Excuse me. Another record store day release for Black Friday was a 7-inch single from the Alan Parsons Project. The singles from the album Turn of a Friendly Card, which would have been the song Turn of a Friendly Card, Snake Eyes, and Games People Play. This was exclusive for the record store day. I have this album, so I figured, why do I need this? But it was something rare and exclusive. I thought, what the hell? And it's on colored vinyl, so let me take it out. It's a little 45 on green vinyl, and it has a cool little custom label on it, so that's what we look like there. A little close-up view of the label. Pretty cool, and the sound quality is really good, so I like it. I dig it. Had a good time listening to this. These are great songs. This is when I liked, this is when the albums from Alan Parsons Project were really strong. It's when they got more towards the 80s. I don't know, the albums didn't quite have the punch as the ones in the 70s had. But still good music anyway. I dig me some Alan Parsons Project. I wouldn't say I'm a huge fan, but I do dig them. Their albums are pretty good, so really happy I picked that one up. That's a keeper right there. All right, these next batch of records was from a record dig I did on Saturday night, and I had company with me. I went digging with Liz, California Love Girl, so hanging out with Liz is always a good time. She's cool people to hang out with, and she's one of our own here in the BC, so 2 people that have the same sickness will get along just like peas in a pod, and we always do. So this is a dig I did with her in Sacramento. I took her to one of my favorite stores in Sacramento, which is called Esoteric Records. You can always find some cool stuff in there. And the owner's always a nice guy, so this is what I nabbed from that place. It is a Japanese copy of Def Leppard's Pyromania with the Obi strip there. Really, really cool. Of course, I had this album already in my collection, a used copy, because I mean, I'm into 80s rock and hard rock, so how could I not have this? But didn't have it with the Obi strip. And these Japanese presses of these albums are excellent. They are just excellent. I love these albums. I noticed in the back, I don't know if, I really don't remember if this exists on my used copy. I haven't looked at it yet, but they got the song list wrong. This is not the order of songs that's on the album, but then again, maybe my other one does too. I can't remember, but I noticed it on this one. Unfortunately, there's no insert with all the Japanese writing, but so what? I can't read Japanese anyway, so no big loss. But what I love about this is on the Vertigo spaceship label. Really fucking cool. Really cool shit. I don't have any albums with this Vertigo label on it. I think the only one I have is a Genesis 12-inch single for Home by Sea. It has this Flying Saucer Vertigo label on it. One of my favorite album labels is this one. I just love the hell out of that label. It looks so badass. And this sounds really good. This sounds a lot better than my used copy. The mix just sounds so thicker, and the mix is just that much better. It is an upgrade to the used copy I have already, so I was actually really happy I had this. I found this and pulled the trigger on it. Yeah, it just blows my copy away. And this is a great album. It gets made fun of a lot because a lot of 80s bands get made fun of a lot, and I guess Def Leppard gets it a lot. But this is a great album. There's not one bad song on it, at least in my opinion. And I love the hell out of this album. And when I was spinning this, I mean, I only spun it one time, but I got to do it more than that because it sounded great on my turntable. Absolutely fantastic. And coming to the speakers, it just pounded its way out of the speakers. This thing kicks a lot of ass, even after all these years. Came out in '83, I believe, and it still packs a punch. So I love this album. It's a classic album. So Def Leppard, Japanese copy, great. Here's a '90s record from a '90s band I really loved. Remember the Spin Doctors? Well, this is the 12-inch single for the song Cleopatra's Cat. I think the album was called Pocket Full of Kryptonite, I believe, or something like that. I was a big fan of that album. In fact, here's the album cover that it's from the Spin Doctors. I'm not the hugest Spin Doctors fan. I'm just a fan of that album. That album I thought was just fantastic. I loved that album. And so there's some songs from that album. I can't remember if Cleopatra's Cat was one of the songs from it. I think it was, as well as Two Princes and Little Miss Can't Be Wrong. So on side one we have the single edit version of Cleopatra's Cat and the album version of that song, and the song Biscuit Head. Side two we have Two Princes and Little Miss Can't Be Wrong. I love those songs from the 80s, the 90s. This is printed on purple vinyl, but it's a dark purple and it looks almost black. You gotta hold it to the light to see that it's purple, and there's like no way I can show you because it looks like just a regular black vinyl record. But trust me, folks, when you hold it to the light and look through it, it's purple. I just can't get it to show on camera. Just take my word for it, please. Custom label on the front, the actual printed stuff here on the back. I love this band. I love the album, and I wish I could show, because it's a cool shade of purple when you look at it in light. But I just can't get it to show on camera. Damn it! It's like such a dark purple. It looks black. I mean, I thought it was black when I took it out of the sleeve until I hold it to light, and so I'm like, oh, wait a minute, it is purple. So really cool. Love the band. The drummer and the bass player in this band are fucking badass. Well, the guitar player too. They're a good, solid band. Unfortunately, they were like, all they attracted back in the 90s was a bunch of stoners, because they were a stoner band themselves. But a good, solid band though, good jam band. So Spin Doctors finally put some of their vinyl in my collection. That's good. All right, here's my big mistake for Saturday, digging in Sacramento. I have a lot of 12-inch singles here, folks. A lot of 12-inch singles, and a lot of them from bands of the 80s. So it's not going to be that uncommon that by accident I buy something that I already have. And that was the case here. I saw this in the record store. They only wanted like $3 for it. And I thought, bargain, I'm getting it. And it's from the Power Station. And it's just a picture disc. You can see there's the other side. And it's a picture disc for the song Some Like It Hot. You know, it's the, it is the 7-inch mix and the 12-inch single mix. And this looked real cool to me. And it came in this cool plastic pouch with the band logo on it. And there's the artwork that you see from the album. And then the back, of course, has pictures of the guys on it. So, and Power Station, one of my favorite bands from the 80s, and one of my favorite albums from the 80s, without a doubt. I got so many pressings of that album because I just love the first Power Station record to death. So yeah, I bought this thing twice by accident. I forgot I already had a really good copy of this in my collection. It didn't come with this pouch with the band's logo on it, so that was a plus, but I already have one of these, so I got to figure out what to do with the other one. So, but regardless of that, it's a great song and it's a great mix, and this is a cool collectible thing to have if you're a big fan of that album, of course, which I am. So not a total loss, but I just wish I remembered I already had this, but it didn't break the bank. It only cost me $3, no big deal. And the last thing I got from Esoteric Records is a 7-inch record from the Police for the song Invisible Sun. Great classic song from the Police. And same thing on the back. And it is on the A&M Records label. Great song from the 80s from the Police. Stuart Copeland is the reason I got interested in the drums in the first place. I wasn't a drummer yet, just watching videos on MTV back in the 80s. Stuart Copeland was my favorite drummer to watch in music videos. He really made the drums look cool to me, and being a drummer looked cool when I watched Stuart Copeland. The guy is a great drummer. I mean, he still blows me away. And of course later Phil Collins would actually make me break down and try to learn how to play the drums and get my own drum set. But Stuart Copeland kind of got me looking the drummer's way in the first place because the guy is incredible, and I just love the music of the Police. So I always try to get their 7-inch singles whenever I find them. All right, so that was a haul at Esoteric Records. And then me and Liz went to another favorite record store of mine called Dimples Records. In fact, I still have the bag from it. So here's the bag that you get from Dimples Records, and their logo is Insanity Starts Here. And so very cool store. When I first joined the BC and was getting my vinyl collection together, this store made up, I would say, 65 to 70% of my collection came from that store. I got so much vinyl from that place. Nowadays, I go in there, now I only come out with maybe 1 or 2 albums. I think I got everything I wanted to score from that place. Every now and then the place can surprise me with some really rare finds. But I was telling Liz, the last couple of times I've been here, I only come out with a couple of records. And the time I went with Liz, I only came out with 1 record, a 10-inch record from Dire Straits. It's a single for the song Private Investigation. Right? Yeah, Private Investigations. I can't talk today. On a 10-inch record. B-side is badges, posters, stickers, t-shirts. And I've never seen this before on a 10-inch record. And I hurried up and picked it up immediately because I knew I would never see it again if I left it behind. And pretty decent looking custom label here. So that's side A, there's side B, same label, but really cool little 10-inch record. I got a decent sized 10-inch record collection going, and this is a great addition to it. I love the song Private Investigations. Really nice acoustic guitar work on that song. Absolutely badass. I wouldn't say I'm the biggest Dire Straits fan, but but hey, when they're hitting on all cylinders, they sound just as good as anybody. And I love this song. It's a mellow song. It's kind of a mellow song, but sounds so good on the turntable and coming out of the speakers. And it's mixed really well on this little 10-inch record. The song sounds sweet. So really happy that I picked that up. Yeah, so that was my one find from Dimples Records in Sacramento while digging with Liz. That's gonna do it, folks. The first video is now in the bag for 2016. Last year was a great year for vinyl finds. I found so much good shit throughout the whole year. I really built the collection in a big way last year. So let's see if this year can top last year, because last year was pretty sweet. Anyway, hope you guys all had a good New Year's. Hope you guys didn't party too hard. Hope you didn't wake up with a wicked hangover. Yeah, so let's keep the videos coming and keep commenting, and we'll keep chatting. So that'll do it for today. See you guys in the next one. Later on, folks.